What is up, you guys? My name is Version1 and welcome yet again to Reaction Time Installment 38. You guys are amazing. I love you all and you all are amazing. Hope you guys are having a fantastic October so far. I'm having fun, as you can tell, because I'm scaring myself and freaking myself and having weird-ass temper tantrums on camera for you guys. Anyway, this one's going back into the animated horror stories genre. This is Two True Horror Stories Animated, A Strange Woman in a Dead Body from Wansee Entertainment. So, we're going to just not even dick-diddle around. We're going to turn this light off right here. And then we're going to get into the video. Oh, shit, I can't reach it. I need to make that chain longer. I almost hit the play button. There it goes.
It all started when I was 8 years old, and we had just moved to Michigan. One night, my older brother and I were playing video games on our old PlayStation 1. In the middle of our session, I got a little bit thirsty and headed to the kitchen to get something to drink. When I was walking to the fridge, I noticed this odd, small shape in the woods outside, but I figured it was just a tree stump and thought nothing further of it. So, I grabbed my drink and went back to play with my brother until bedtime. In the middle of the night,
Oh my god, I love this animation. It's almost like an anime.
though, I woke up to the sound of crunching leaves. The little 8-year-old me was immediately scared. I remember my heart was pounding so fast. I got out of bed, pulled aside the curtain, and stared into the woods. But all I could see was the same shape that I'd seen earlier that night. Eventually, I managed to calm myself down and went back to bed. The next morning when I woke up, I thought that I'd probably just had a bad dream. I'd soon learn just how wrong I was. I went downstairs for breakfast and poured myself a big bowl of cereal, but just when I was about to take the first bite,
Oreos?
I suddenly felt sick. I could feel the hot puddle of drool in my mouth and my stomach twisted like it'd been tied into a knot. I rushed to the bathroom. When I threw up, all I could see were slimy and green things. I hadn't eaten anything bad. In fact, I had barely eaten the day before. There was nothing I could think of that could be causing me to retch like this. My mother walked in to help me clean up and then took me to see a doctor. The doctor ran a couple of tests on me, but the results showed nothing out of the ordinary. He told us to just wait a couple of more days and see if it would pass. Luckily, it did.
Oh, you're just puking up slimy green things. Let's just wait a couple days. Crack!
The following few months were calm and free of any strange incidents. Then my cousin came over. We were playing on the trampoline in the backyard when I felt sick again. This time it was a bit different though. I didn't throw up. I just felt really sick and anxious. I went to my mother and told her that I wasn't feeling well, and she said that I probably just needed to eat something to feel better. Eventually my cousin went home, and the day was perfectly normal again, until I went to bed. I woke up in the middle of the night to the sound of crunching leaves.
Again?
I looked towards the window, and what I saw made my stomach drop. It was a woman's figure.
Oh, I just got fucking
My
chills.
chest and right arm were hurting so badly. I somehow managed to finally find my voice and screamed as loud as I could. My parents burst into the room. My mother called 911 while my father stayed with me, trying to comfort me. At that point, I think I just fainted. When I opened my eyes again, I was lying in a hospital bed. I ended up staying for 2 more days until I had properly recovered. Then years passed, and that strange woman didn't appear again. Around the time I turned 16, my family had to move to New York due to my father's job. On the day we were supposed to leave Michigan, I was finishing packing up my room. All of a sudden, I felt that strange wave of nervousness course through my body again. I immediately spun toward the window and froze. There she was, the same woman I had seen years ago. She was standing there in a long torn-up dress in the very same spot and looking directly at me. Except, in the daylight, I could see her face better. She had no hair.
Oh,
was missing both eyes.
Fuck that!
Just like when I was 8, I couldn't breathe or move at all. I heard my mom calling my name, but I couldn't answer. Shortly after, she knocked on my door. As soon as she entered and saw me having a seizure on the floor, she screamed. Then something really strange happened. When my father ran in, having heard my mother scream, she was looking out the window and said to him, "Don't call the cops. She just wants to play. Give her a chance." My mother stopped caring about me and kept repeating the same phrase over and over again. I thought she'd gone crazy. But by the time the police arrived at the house, she had stopped repeating the words and was like my usual mom again. I was rushed to the emergency room and got an MRI to see if I had brain damage or something.
Fucking SCP, stop
told me that my
fucking
brain was
doing that,
hurting.
computer. Keeps randomly fucking dumping cache on. I know I've got it open in the background because I'm going to be editing later. Don't do that.
We moved, and I thought that that would be the end of all that. A few years later in New York, I had found a job at a local store. I was just
no.
about finished with my night shift and about to lock the front door.
Oh.
And I suddenly felt like someone was watching me. I turned around and the woman with no eyes was standing right there.
Oh, fuck you,
It had to be a
bitch.
nightmare. It just had to be. I passed out almost immediately. I didn't even have time to scream. When I woke up again, I could see flashing red and blue lights. The emergency technician said that my heart had stopped beating for about 60 seconds. The woman with no eyes hasn't appeared since then. Maybe she thinks that she finally managed to kill me. Yet, I'm still alive.
What in the fuck? Is that an SCP? I need to look that up. Because, oh my god. I've got theories. I've got theories out the yin yang. But, that seems like an SCP bullshit. Does that not seem like an SCP thing? A dead body next to my apartment. Oh, dun dun dun!
In my senior year
Again, I apologize. I don't know why I'm so fucking bombastic today.
of college, me and my boyfriend at the time lived in an off-campus apartment on the 3rd floor of this big old
Is
townhouse.
this...
In the mudroom/closet area right by the door was where we kept our cat's litter box. Now, most people can tell you that unless it's right after your cat uses the box, it doesn't smell like poop. Usually just the cat litter smell. Clay, Febreze, whatever it is. So for about a week, I noticed it smelled like death in that little corner. And I tore the area apart and the rest of the apartment looking for rogue turds, but found absolutely nothing. Then right in the middle of the mystery stink ordeal, I had to leave for a week to go on a work trip. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't a welcome break from what was massively a disgusting little problem. And I quite openly hoped that my boyfriend might get the whole thing fixed before my return. But to my horror, it only got worse, with my boyfriend texting me one night with the bad news that the smell seemed to have spread into the hallway outside. I felt bad for him, but there was nothing much I could do other than advise him to just call the landlord and see what she could make out of it. He says okay, and he'll call her in the morning and keeps me updated on everything that happens. The next morning, I'm getting texts off of him like every 20 minutes, stuff like, just called landlady and she's on her way. Then I get stuff like, she thinks it's coming from another apartment. Then, okay, it's definitely coming from another apartment, which I was kind of relieved about, but oh my god, was that jumping the gun, because things were about to get way, way worse. The last text I get is, she just called the cops. I reply with, please don't tell me someone died next door to us. Then my boyfriend starts typing, but then stops. I go into full panic mode, trying to work out what it might be, because I can't face the thought that our neighbor actually died. And we were living next to a corpse for like weeks, and partially because we were the jerks and didn't check on her. Then after about an hour, my worst fears are confirmed. The landlady gave some cop permission to bust the door down, and when he did...
Wait, why didn't the landlady just use her key? Unless it has one of those sliding bolts or something like that. Why didn't the landlady just use her key? Don't most landlords have keys to the apartments and houses that they attend? I used to always remember that. Hell, I used to have a landlord when I lived in a duplex. with my mom, and then when my mom moved out, my girlfriend, my wife now, my girlfriend at the time, moved in with me, and we lived in the duplex for almost 2 years. And anytime my landlord just needed to do something if we weren't home, he just used his key. And then when we had to change the locks, we had to provide a key because, obviously, duh, to keep them from bushing in the door.
My boyfriend said he and the landlady literally ran from the sight that greeted them. Our neighbor's dead body was lying there, face down in the hallway, with one arm out like they were reaching for the door when they fell. That piece of hallway ran perfectly adjacent to our mudroom, where we keep the cat's litter tray, which is why it smelled the worst there and out in the hallway. The whole time I've been thinking to myself, frickin' cat, shaking my head and scrubbing the floor, and there had been a dead body just on the other side of the wall, not even 2 or 3 feet away. We always keep up with our neighbors now, even if they're more than capable of looking after themselves.
Good idea.
Having that network, that kind of community, you don't realize how important it is until it's far too late.
Okay, that one wasn't as creepy as the first one. That first one gave me fucking chills because it was almost like a fucking deal out of a SCP thing or a fucking horror flick. And that's awesome. That's what I love about October and Spooktober and all the spooky stuff that I watch. But at the same time, big nope. I love horror stuff. I love playing horror games. I am a pansy sometimes when it comes to some horror stuff. But at the same time, when I want to be, I can be a cold-hearted bastard if I really want to. I'm quite proud of that. But still, at the same time, big fucking nope. But I understand I used to live in apartments back when I was in 9th grade. Yeah, 9th grade, because me and my brother would walk home. We decided that we were gonna be a badass one day and walk home from from school. Because, again, context, as you guys have seen my older brother on the channel quite a few times, here's the actual context. We're actually not blood related. We're just really good friends. We've known each other for over 20 years. My mom helped practically raise him because of his own personal past. I'm not going to get into that on my channel here unless he is here with me and he wants to talk about it as well. But let's just say he spent a lot of time over at my house. My mom helped practically raise him, so I, quote unquote, i.e. he is my older brother. He's my older brother because he is actually older than me. I am just a little bit taller than he is, but he is a hell of a lot more muscular than I am because he likes to work out and get nice and buff and chunky. And I don't care. I like to eat. I used to do martial arts back when I was when I was a teenager and stuff like that. And then crap happened with my older brother, crap happened with my younger brother, and I just stopped training and started playing video games. And that's when I found my passion for video games and all that good stuff. So again, it's all cool stuff. Anyway. I lost my tangent on that one. But anyway, yeah, I lived in apartments. And, quote unquote, here's how stupid I was back in the day. I didn't know bed bugs were an actual thing. I know they are now, so don't blow up my comments with them. I thought it was just something that parents said to their children. It's like, good night, sleep tight, don't let the bed bugs bite. I used to say that for years. I used to be told that for years. Never knew they existed until I was in 9th grade. Which I guess is a really good run. But our upstairs neighbors got a free mattress from somebody, or they found a mattress, or they got a new mattress. They threw out their old mattress. And apparently their new mattress that they got, they've apparently found on the side of the road or some shit. I have no idea. But apparently it was infested with bed bugs. So, yeah, we had bed bug problems for freaking ever. It was a gigantic freaking mess. Thank freaking criminy Christmas that we got that under control and we don't worry about that no more. We know how to fight them. We know how to kill them. We know their patterns. We know their MO. We know how to take them out. But I didn't know they actually existed for the longest time. And I feel stupid because the longest time I just thought it was a saying. But anyway, that's a fun little story about me as well. So if you guys stuck around to the end of this, congratulations, you learned some more about Blitz version 1. Anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked it, feel free to hit the thumbs up button. It's really easy, really, really good. Helps the channel out quite a lot. And if you're new to the channel, welcome. We do this random crap every single month. Not Spooktober month, but not every month Spooktober. But we do this random stuff every month and stuff like that. It's the beginning of every month. It's seven videos a month. of you guys getting nothing but reaction videos. You guys can help actually give me ideas of stuff you guys want to see me react to. It could be music videos, it could be trailers, it could be animations, it could be anything in the world. It doesn't even have to be. I freaked myself out there for a second. My shadow. Okay, yeah, that was me. Yeah, but it could be anything. Just make sure it's YouTube friendly. And I'd like it if it wasn't copyrighted, because then I don't have to worry about trying to crop audio or it getting banned worldwide or banned in a country or banned in 30 countries. It's a whole big ass ordeal. But if you guys want to see me react to something cool, feel free to let me know in the comments down below. If I don't get to it this month, I'll put it into a playlist I call Stuff for Reactions playlist that I make private so you sneaky people can't see what's coming up for next month's. Ha ha ha. Anyway, all that being said, though, thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Hey, peace. What's up?